Lately, it feels like everything is changing faster than we can catch our breath. AI can write, it can paint, it can code, compose, sell, maybe even think. And every week, someone new tells you your job, your art, your dream could be next on the chopping block. It's easy to feel like we've been replaced. Like the hours we've spent learning and building and trying might not even matter anymore. That a line of code can do in seconds what took us years to master. So people panic. They chase the next skill, the next hack, the next way to keep up. But here's the thing that the headlines aren't telling you. AI can build, AI can copy, AI can even mimic creativity, but it will never dream. Because dreaming isn't data. It's not a pattern to predict. It's the one thing the machines will never understand. And the one thing most humans are slowly forgetting how to do. And if you forget how to dream, the machines don't need to replace you. You've already replaced yourself. When I was in grade 4, I performed magic for show and tell. I still remember it. I had this tiny deck of cards and a simple trick with shaky hands. But when it worked for one day, I was the king of the school. Kids followed me around at recess asking me to do it again. That moment, that little spark of wonder is what made me fall in love with the art. Now fast forward to today. If a kid performs a magic trick in grade 4, what happens? Half the class pulls out their phones, looks it up on TikTok, and then starts chanting, "I know how you did that." Now, why should that kid keep performing? Why should someone commit to learning how to paint when AI can do it better? Why should someone spend years learning to write when a line of text can do it faster? Why should anyone still film, draw, compose, or create when an algorithm can do it perfectly without the sweat, without the risk, without the failure? And that's what this video is really about. Because when you create, you're not just building something new, you're building yourself. AI can replicate a product, but it can't replicate the process. It could copy the output, but it can't experience the wonder of making. It can imitate the magic, but it can't feel the moment of discovery. And that's what I want to talk to you about. What happens when a human stops creating, and what happens when you start again? Because the future won't belong to the machines. It will belong to the ones who remember how to dream. That moment in grade 4, the feeling of making something real, it never left me and turned into a lifetime of chasing wonder. Over the last 30-some years, I've performed on stages all over the world, from theaters to television and even the TEDx stage. I've written books, I've built experiences, I've studied what makes people feel alive again. And through all of it, I've learned this: there's nothing more powerful than the human imagination. Nothing. I've watched people believe the impossible, cry from a single illusion, or see themselves differently after one shared story. And that's not technology, that's humanity. And it's fragile. Because if we lose that, if we lose the muscle that imagines, creates, and dreams, the machines don't have to destroy us like in Terminator 2. We'll just stop being us. But somewhere along the way, something has changed. You see, we started outsourcing our imagination. We let the system, the apps, the schools, the algorithms tell us what to think, what to watch, what to want. And we call that convenience. We don't daydream anymore. We scroll. We don't ask questions. We Google them. We don't create. We curate. And the system loves that, because a predictable human is an easy human to sell to. We've become so optimized for efficiency that we've forgotten how to be inefficiently human. You know, to write a bad song, to draw a terrible sketch, to fail gloriously. Now, the moment something feels uncomfortable, we outsource it. We need to think? Ask ChatGPT. We need to feel? Watch Netflix. We need to connect? Text an emoji. And hey, I'm not innocent here. I once asked AI to write me a grocery list, and it told me to nourish my inner child. I just wanted eggs. The system trains us to accept easy over meaningful and fast over real. And every time we take the shortcut, our creative muscle gets weaker, until one day we wake up and realize the machines aren't stealing our creativity. We're giving it away. Now, I don't think we're broken. I think we're just out of shape. Not physically, but mentally. Think about it. Nobody expects to wake up one morning and run a marathon after 10 years of sitting on the couch. Yet somehow, we expect our minds to sprint towards our dreams after years of doom scrolling. Dreaming is a muscle, and right now most of us have creative dad bods. The machines may be faster, but they can't get sore. They don't fail, they don't laugh, and they definitely don't experience the joy of something finally working after it didn't 100 times in a row. And that's the advantage of being human. You get to grow through the mess. So if you feel stuck or uninspired, don't panic. You don't need a new app or another productivity system. You need a mental gym. Train curiosity instead of fear. Train imagination instead of reaction. Train wonder instead of worry. Because when you start doing that, when you build mental strength, you stop waiting for your future to happen to you, and you start creating it. And suddenly, the machines aren't your competition anymore. They're just your tools. All right, let's get practical. If dreaming is a muscle, we've got to train it. So here's a real quick 3-step workout to outdream the machines. Step 1, create space. You can't dream if there's no room for a thought to land. So take 5 minutes, no phone, no notifications, no podcasts whispering affirmations at you, just silence. Feels weird at first. You'll twitch like a lab rat waiting for a dopamine pellet, and that's okay. That's withdrawal from the noise. This is the part where your brain starts doing something incredible. It remembers it's yours. Step 2, get curious again. Ask dumb questions. Seriously. Curiosity is the playground where creativity grows. When was the last time you wondered something for no reason? Not because you needed the answer, but because it was fun to explore. I once spent an entire afternoon wondering who decided pineapples should go on pizza. I learned nothing useful, but my brain came alive. Machines don't do that. They don't wonder. They don't wander. They optimize. Curiosity is the most rebellious thing you can practice. Step 3, do one small, real thing. Write a paragraph, sketch a stick figure, make a cup of coffee with intention. Whatever it is, do it and finish it. Because completion builds confidence. And every time you complete something real, your brain goes, oh, right, I make things. That's mental fitness. That's the dream muscle waking up. If you do those 3 things, create space, get curious, and finish something small, you'll start noticing something strange. You'll stop feeling afraid of AI, and you'll start feeling sorry for it because it's out there calculating every possibility, but you'll be here creating the impossible. If there's only one thing I want for you, it's to remember this. AI can build, AI can copy, AI can even impress you, but only you can dream. That's what makes you human. That's what makes you dangerous in the best possible way. Because when you start dreaming again, you stop being predictable. You stop being part of the system. You stop waiting for permission. And I've seen what happens when people do that. Their eyes change. Their voice changes. It's like they wake up in their own life for the first time. And that's what I train people to do. That's why I built the Dream Gym, to help people get mentally strong enough to outdream the machines. There's a link below for 30 emails in 30 days to get that dream muscle going again. I believe the next revolution won't be led by machines. No, it'll be led by humans who remember how to dream. Outdream the machines. I'll see you in the next one.